Okay, how's everybody doing this evening? I told you I was going to shoot a video over by the Oceanside Pier, but since it's kind of cloudy tonight, well, it's going to be kind of cloudy tonight, I thought I'd do a different video. So what you're looking at is you're looking at Legoland. This is the front entrance of Legoland, which is, it's kind of hard to see because it's kind of hidden by trees and it's kind of in a hidden spot, but it's quite a place. If you ever get out to Southern California, I would highly recommend you to check out Legoland, because it's one of the biggest theme parks in the country. It's a very nice place to be. It's very clean. They got a lot of cool rides and everything like that. So, and there's another, as we walk along this path, I'm going to show you the flower fields, and of course you'll be able to see the beach from here too. So why we talk a little bit about Bitcoin. And of course I just checked the price. It's getting close to 63,000. And what I want to talk about with Bitcoin today is I want to talk about the things that, a lot of things that I think that are going to happen with Bitcoin that people don't think are going to happen, but I think that are kind of built into the Bitcoin future. And one of the things I think built into the Bitcoin future is the fact that actually the government really secretly wants people to adopt cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and the blockchain. And this is the flower fields you can start to see. They'll be more blooming as the time goes on, but this is the first field here that blooms. So yeah, and the reason I think that the blockchain is going to be adopted by the government and they're going to want to see people using the blockchain is because, you know, what you see with guys like Donald Trump. So Donald Trump, you know, literally calls himself a billionaire and makes lots and lots of money, but he doesn't ever pay any tax on that money because he's always, you know, doing whatever he can to hide his income by whatever means he can do it by. If that was all on the blockchain, it'd be a little bit more transparent. It'd be harder for a person like him, you know, to do some of the things he's done. And I think that a lot of people, citizens, see that. They're saying, hey, if Trump doesn't pay any taxes, why in the world should I pay taxes? And I think the government realizes that the way they've structured their paying taxes and the way that's worked out in the past isn't going to work out in the future quite as well, since people just simply are going to not have the same temerity or the same integrity about paying taxes as they did in the past. So I think that they're going to want to switch everybody over to the blockchain. I think you're probably going to have your taxes are already going to be done for you before the year is even up, and they're just going to send you the bill. So you're just going to get the bill from the tax person, and it's all going to be done because they're going to be able to analyze the blockchain with artificial intelligence and see everything you've done and automatically just figure out your taxes. Now, I think that's a negative for a lot of people. Most people it'd be a negative for, that you're just, your whole world is being exposed by the blockchain. But I think that's something that's going to happen, and I think the reason, I think it's, if you know this is going to happen, it's better to get ahead of it than not be ahead of it. So in other words, you know this is going to happen. Blockchain is going to take over the world. Blockchain is going to be the thing that everybody's going to use because we are in a digital age, and there's just no way you're going to keep up with things by doing hand recording and reporting and doing, you know, paper returns of 1040 tax returns. That's just not going to happen much longer. It's a digital age, digital society. Everybody's just going to go blockchain. So that's going to make it more easy for us to just simply adopt something like blockchain and cryptocurrency and blockchain or Bitcoin. So that's inevitably going to happen. It's built into the system, and believe me, the government wants to have it happen because it makes it a lot easier for them to collect taxes, and just makes everything more. It's easier for the government to do you know. And then the other thing, then that's a negative thing, but the positive thing, it's going to be easier for them to give you stimulus payments. So if you have a digital wallet and you're in the blockchain, then bang, you can get a stimulus payment when they decide that you need some help. And I think that's coming pretty quickly. People are unable to take care of everyday ordinary needs, paying rent, groceries, inflation's out of sight, and all these things that the government's going to have to start helping people. I saw this back in the 1980s with farming. I saw the farmers were all in trouble. Nobody can make their land payments anymore. Nobody can do the operating payments. And the crop payments, or the crop commodity prices, were horrible. And the only farmers that survived those 1980 times were the guys that got into the program, the PIC program at the time, or the commodity, the crop. And the guys that didn't do it, some people were anti-government and they didn't want to get the program money. You know, they went out of business. And the people that got the program money, they stayed in business, and to this day they're still getting the program money. So there's the coast. And that's what I'm saying, it's a little bit cloudy, so there's a little bit of, so it wouldn't be a very good day for the coast today. So that's why I'm shooting the video up here. So yeah, I think blockchain is inevitable. There's a lot of benefits for both sides, a lot of benefits for the government, there's a lot of benefits for the individual. And you know, I think that's the direction it's going. So if you want to take advantage of that move before it actually fully is enacted, then this is the time to buy something like Bitcoin. Because you know, when people hear Bitcoin going from 30,000 to 60,000, 100,000, they're going to take notice, and more people are going to get involved with Bitcoin. You know, because they see that it's going faster than anything else. It's like one of the guys said, I think the fastest horse in the race. I can't remember who said that, but one of these billionaire guys was saying that, investors was saying that Bitcoin's the fastest horse in the race. It'll make the quickest gains, the fastest of any other thing you can invest in. So I think that's happening right now. And if you want to get involved with this and get ahead of the curve, then go ahead and start investing in Bitcoin, start buying it, and hopefully you can reap the rewards and the benefits of what's going to happen here in the very near future. So yeah, I think this is definitely the trend for the future. I think younger people are wanting the Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. I think some of these political presidential candidates are starting to adopt it. I see Donald Trump is getting way more favorable about Bitcoin. You know, back when he was president, he didn't like Bitcoin. He said, I like the dollar, I don't like Bitcoin. Anything that has to do with something other than the dollar, I'm not in favor of. Now that he's struggling and he needs as many votes as he can, or he's probably going to go to prison, he's going to gladly try to get as many people to jump on the Trump bandwagon as possible. So if he thinks adopting Bitcoin or buying or taking a pro-Bitcoin stance will help his candidacy out or help his presidential opportunities out, he's definitely going to join in. As well as, you know, JFK Jr., he's going to do the same thing, or Robert F. Kennedy Jr., RFK Jr. He's going to do the same thing. He's going to start saying, hey, Bitcoin and stuff is the way to go, and he'll start getting people to vote for him so that way. So it's kind of funny because you see that windmill right there, it's like a Holland. So it's a really nice area. And if you get out to Carlsbad, definitely get up here and you get a pretty panoramic view of the whole area. And it's kind of fun to watch everything. Plus you get a nice view from the flowers. So yeah, I think Bitcoin is on the uptick, upswing. Like I say, I hope I see 100,000 here pretty quickly. There's a lot of people saying $1 million Bitcoin. In fact, big people like Michael Saylor and Kathy Woods and these people, they're calling Paul Tudor Jones. Paul Tudor Jones is the one that says the fastest horse in the race. I always think of something after I say it. But yeah, Paul Tudor Jones is the one that says Bitcoin is the fastest fastest horse in the race. So if you want to get ahead of this, go ahead and jump in now. And the thing about it is people, when you talk about $1 million Bitcoin, $2 million Bitcoin, like Michael Saylor and Kathy Woods are talking about, what's going to make it get to be $1 million or $2 million is mass adoption. So the more people use Bitcoin and the more people that start to accept Bitcoin as payment will be the faster we will see it go to those kinds of prices. Because it will go to those prices because it's the only thing out there that has a fixed supply and increasingly more demand every day. And as more people find uses for it, more people see that it's a way of beating inflation, staying ahead of inflation, there'll be more and more people buying it, including governments. You already see El Salvador using it as a currency. And of course, other countries are going to be using it as their currency too. Because, you know, like look, Argentina, I mean, they're so far in the hole, they will never get out of it. So the only way they're going to get out of it is if they get something with a fixed supply that they can start investing money in that will have, you know, it will continue to improve in value, increase in value. That's the only way, just like that's what El Salvador's done too. So if you want to stay ahead of the curve, get ahead of the curve, this will be the time to get involved and join the Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency future, because that's where it's at. So I'll flip this around real quick. And tomorrow, I don't know where I'll be. I don't know if I'll go to the Oceanside Pier or maybe go along the beach if the weather's nicer. I appreciate you watching. Thank you.